There's a truth that's both uncomfortable and liberating. Not everyone is going to love you. In fact, some people may openly dislike you, resent you, or even wish for you to fail. But here's the thing, their hate doesn't define you, it defines them. Let them hate you. Because in learning to accept this, you're giving yourself permission to live authentically and on your terms. Why is it so important to let people hate you? It's because self-worth doesn't come from approval, it comes from within. The only person who needs to be proud of you, who needs to value and respect you, is you. When you're secure in yourself, you stop relying on others to feel validated. You no longer shape your choices around the fear of being misunderstood or judged. The hate you might experience often has very little to do with you. It's a reflection of the insecurities, envy, or dissatisfaction that others carry within themselves. They might see in you what they don't see in themselves: a drive, a confidence, a willingness to pursue dreams they were too afraid to chase. Their judgment then becomes a projection of their own limitations, not yours. Learning to let people hate you is about resilience. It's about staying grounded in who you are, regardless of the storms that might rage around you. The more resilient you are, the less other people's negativity will shake you. You become a rock, unmovable, undeterred, because you've built a foundation on self-respect and inner strength. That's where real power lies. So focus on your path. Each time you allow hate to distract you, you lose a precious moment that could have been spent on your growth, on your dreams. Don't give away your energy to those who don't invest in your well-being. Redirect it toward building the life you want. And finally, turn hate into motivation. Let every negative word, every doubt and dismissal remind you of what you're here to do. Let it be fuel. Because every person who has ever achieved something remarkable has been misunderstood or criticized at some point. Let their doubt push you forward until one day they look at what you've accomplished and you'll know you made it, not in spite of them, but because you let their doubt inspire you. When it comes to living fully and authentically, self-acceptance is the foundation on which everything else stands. Self-acceptance isn't just about feeling good about who you are. It's about embracing all parts of yourself, the strengths, the quirks, the flaws, and even the moments of doubt. It's about saying, I am enough as I am, and truly believing it. Because when you understand that you don't need anyone's validation to feel worthy, you open up a kind of freedom that few truly know. You begin to live for yourself, rather than for the approval or validation of others. Our world often tells us that in order to be accepted, we need to conform, to fit a mold. From an early age, we're taught to seek validation from outside through grades, through compliments, through how many friends we have or how popular we are. The problem is, when you place your self-worth in the hands of others, you're constantly chasing approval that may or may not ever come. This external validation is fickle, temporary, and ultimately unsatisfying because it's not rooted in who you are. Real self-acceptance means finding peace within yourself, whether others accept you or not. It's about being secure in your own skin, even if others choose not to support you. And here's the thing, when you accept yourself, you become a lot less concerned with being accepted by others. You start to realize that their opinions don't have to dictate your choices or your happiness. The opinions of others lose their power over you because you understand that what really matters is how you see yourself. When you value who you are, you're no longer a prisoner to outside judgments. You don't need to fit into other people's expectations of who you should be because you're already fulfilled with who you are. Self-acceptance doesn't mean ignoring your flaws or pretending they don't exist. It's quite the opposite. It means recognizing and understanding your weaknesses as much as you recognize and celebrate your strengths. It's about acknowledging that you're not perfect, and that's perfectly okay. This level of acceptance creates space for growth because it allows you to make mistakes, learn from them, and move forward without the weight of self-criticism. You stop hiding parts of yourself out of fear of judgment or rejection. You're open, honest, and at peace with your own humanity. Think of it this way: when you know who you are and love who you are, you create a solid foundation for yourself. This foundation won't be easily shaken by the negativity or criticism of others. You won't feel the need to conform to what's popular or acceptable, because you're not searching for worth in someone else's eyes. You find joy in your own journey, even if others don't understand it or if they choose to judge you for it. You're able to pursue your dreams wholeheartedly, not because you're trying to prove yourself to others, but because you genuinely believe in the path you're on. This kind of self-acceptance also enables you to set healthy boundaries. When you know your worth, you won't settle for situations or relationships that don't respect or value you. You understand that it's better to be alone and at peace than to be surrounded by people who make you feel like you need to constantly prove your worth. Self-acceptance gives you the courage to walk away from what doesn't serve you and to stand up for yourself in situations that challenge your values. One of the most empowering aspects of self-acceptance is that it allows you to truly appreciate and celebrate your uniqueness. You're not trying to be like anyone else or meet someone else's standards. You're honoring your individuality, your passions, and your purpose. And here's the truth: when you fully accept and love yourself, you naturally inspire others to do the same. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin because it's a rare quality. Your self-acceptance can serve as a light for others, showing them that it's possible to live authentically and unapologetically. Remember that self-acceptance is not a destination, it's a journey. It's something you cultivate and nurture each day. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when criticism stings, but in those moments, remind yourself of who you are and the value you bring. Trust in the journey of becoming comfortable with every part of yourself. Let go of the need to be accepted by everyone, and instead, focus on accepting yourself completely. Because at the end of the day, it's not the approval of others that will give you peace, it's knowing that you are enough just as you are. Embrace that truth and watch as it transforms the way you live, the choices you make, and the confidence with which you pursue your dreams. In life, it's important to understand that the hate or negativity directed at you by others is rarely a reflection of who you truly are. Often, when someone harbors resentment or hostility toward you, it's not about you at all, it's about them. Their opinions, their criticisms, and even their hate are usually more revealing of their own struggles and insecurities than they are of your worth or your character. Recognizing this can be incredibly freeing, as it shifts your perspective from taking things personally to understanding them in a broader, more empathetic way. People project their fears, their disappointments, and their regrets onto others, often without even realizing it. For some, seeing another person pursue a dream, take risks, or simply live authentically can bring up feelings of inadequacy or jealousy. If they feel unfulfilled, they may resent the person who seems to be living freely or chasing goals with courage. When someone directs negativity toward you, it's often because something in your life reflects an area where they feel they are lacking. They may see qualities in you that they wish they had, or choices you're making that they wish they had the courage to pursue. This can be hard to admit, even to themselves, and so instead of working through their feelings, they lash out at you. Understanding this doesn't mean excusing hurtful behavior, but it does mean choosing not to let it affect your self-worth. By seeing hate or criticism as a reflection of the other person's internal battles, you reclaim your power. You're not defined by their opinions or words because they're not coming from a place of understanding who you are. Most people who criticize or judge do so without knowing the full story of your journey, your dreams, or the challenges you faced. When you can remember that, it's easier to let go of the need to be understood or approved of by everyone around you. Often, the most accomplished or happy people face the most criticism. Why? Because they stand out. When you live unapologetically, some people are going to be uncomfortable with that. It disrupts their ideas of how things should be. But just because others may not understand your path or agree with your choices doesn't mean you need to shrink yourself to fit into their expectations. In fact, their discomfort is often a signal that you're living in alignment with your truth, not theirs. And that's okay. You're not here to make everyone comfortable. You're here to pursue what makes you fulfilled. People's negativity is a lot like looking into a mirror. They see parts of themselves they don't want to face, parts they've tried to ignore. When someone chooses to project their issues onto you, it often means that something in you is acting as a mirror, reflecting back the areas in their own lives they haven't worked through. For instance, if they're insecure about their own accomplishments, they might criticize your ambition. If they're unhappy with their personal lives, they might downplay or belittle your successes. But that hate or judgment has everything to do with them and very little to do with you. When you truly understand that other people's negativity is rooted in their personal struggles, you realize you don't have to react to it. You don't have to explain yourself or justify your choices to people who are only looking to tear you down. You can choose not to internalize their judgments. Instead, you can let them stay where they belong with the person who created them. This doesn't mean you ignore all feedback, but it does mean being selective about whose opinions you allow to influence you. There's an old saying, what Susie says of Sally says more of Susie than of Sally. This saying holds a profound truth. People who are fulfilled and at peace with themselves don't usually waste energy bringing others down. They're too busy living their own lives, focused on their own goals. When people go out of their way to criticize or demean, it often signals an internal struggle and dissatisfaction that they have not yet reconciled within themselves. So when you face criticism, remember that it says more about the critic than it does about you. Don't allow someone else's insecurities to become your limitations. When you realize that hate often stems from unresolved issues within others, you're free to rise above it. You're free to stay focused on your journey, secure in your own values and your own dreams. Remind yourself daily that you are not here to fulfill someone else's expectations or to ease their discomfort. You are here to live your life, to pursue your goals, and to stand by your truth. Recognize that hate is rarely about you, and let it pass you by. By doing so, you're not only protecting your peace, but you're also creating space to continue growing without the weight of others' judgments holding you back. Resilience is one of the most powerful qualities you can develop. And it's especially important in a world where people's opinions, judgments, and criticisms come at you from every direction. Building resilience means learning to stand firm in the face of negativity, to remain grounded even when others try to shake your confidence. It's about cultivating an inner strength that allows you to keep going, no matter what others say or do. When you're resilient, the criticisms, doubts, and negativity of others don't have the power to knock you down. Instead, they become minor obstacles on your path, challenges that you're fully capable of overcoming.
Resilience begins with an understanding that setbacks and challenges are part of life. No matter who you are or what you're trying to achieve, you will encounter difficulties. People will doubt you, misunderstand you, or even root against you.
But resilience isn't about avoiding these challenges, it's about facing them head-on, learning from them, and refusing to let them stop you. It's about having the courage to keep moving forward, even when others try to pull you back or hold you down. When you develop resilience, you're able to bounce back from these obstacles stronger than before. In a world that often pressures us to conform, resilience gives you the strength to stay true to yourself. It's easy to feel shaken when others criticize you or don't support your goals, but resilience allows you to remain steadfast in who you are and what you believe. It's a shield that protects your inner peace, even when there's turmoil around you. Rather than letting other people's doubts become your own, resilience empowers you to stay committed to your values, your dreams, and your unique path in life. It keeps you grounded in your truth, regardless of how others perceive you. Resilience also teaches you not to take things personally. When people criticize or judge you, it's often a reflection of their own insecurities, frustrations, or lack of understanding. By developing resilience, you learn to see past their words and recognize that their negativity is about them, not you. You no longer feel the need to explain yourself or prove your worth to everyone. Instead, you let their opinions roll off your back, like water off a duck's feathers, because you understand that your worth isn't determined by their approval. Resilience gives you the confidence to walk away from negative energy and continue on your journey undeterred. One of the most valuable aspects of resilience is its ability to turn adversity into growth. When you face challenges, criticism, or setbacks, resilience helps you view these moments as opportunities to learn and improve. Rather than feeling defeated, you see every obstacle as a stepping stone toward your goals. You develop a mindset that welcomes growth, understanding that every difficult experience is preparing you for something greater. Resilience transforms setbacks into powerful lessons, helping you build a foundation of strength that will support you throughout your life. It's also important to remember that resilience doesn't mean ignoring your emotions or pretending that criticism doesn't affect you. It's natural to feel hurt, disappointed, or frustrated when others doubt or criticize you. But resilience is about acknowledging these feelings without letting them control you. It's about processing your emotions in a healthy way and then choosing to move forward. Resilience allows you to feel and heal without becoming stuck in negativity. You can face your emotions, learn from them, and then let them go, using them to fuel your journey instead of weighing you down. When you develop resilience, you gain a sense of inner peace that is truly priceless. You no longer live in constant worry about what others think or say about you. Instead, you're focused on your own path, your own growth, and your own happiness. You understand that everyone has their own opinions and that not everyone will understand or support you, and that's okay. Resilience helps you find contentment within yourself, freeing you from the need for external validation. You become your own source of strength and confidence, knowing that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Resilience is a quality that will serve you in every area of your life. It will help you weather the storms of criticism, overcome the obstacles on your path, and stay true to yourself even in the face of doubt. When you build resilience, you're not just protecting yourself from negativity, you're empowering yourself to thrive despite it. So the next time someone criticizes you, the next time you face a setback, remember the strength within you. Remember that resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties, but about facing them with courage and determination. Embrace that strength, let it guide you forward, and trust that, no matter what, you are capable of rising above anything that stands in your way. When you commit to a journey of growth and self-fulfillment, it's essential to stay focused on your path and purpose. In a world filled with distractions, opinions, and expectations from others, keeping your eyes on your own progress is key to achieving the dreams and goals you set for yourself. Often, people get caught up in the noise around them, comparing their journey to others, worrying about others' judgments, or trying to live up to someone else's standards. But true fulfillment and success come from following your unique path, embracing your own pace, and trusting in your vision. One of the most important aspects of staying focused on your path is learning to silence the background noise. Not everyone will understand your journey or see the value in what you're doing, and that's perfectly fine. The opinions and doubts of others are not a reflection of your potential or the worth of your goals. People tend to see the world through their own experiences and limitations, so when they offer criticism or express skepticism, it's often more about them than it is about you. By choosing not to internalize this noise, you free yourself from the weight of other people's expectations and allow yourself to pursue what truly matters to you. Maintaining focus on your own progress means embracing the idea that everyone's journey is different. We all start from different places, face different challenges, and progress at different speeds. It's easy to look at someone else's success and feel discouraged if you haven't reached the same milestones, but comparing yourself to others is often a distraction from your own potential. Remember that what you're building is unique, and it's happening on a timeline that's right for you. Success isn't always about speed, it's about the depth of growth, the lessons learned, and the resilience you develop along the way. Trust that your journey has its own timing and focus on the steps you're taking forward. When you focus on your path, you begin to notice the small, meaningful victories along the way. These victories may not always look impressive to others, but they're crucial to your growth. Every step you take, every challenge you overcome, every new skill you build is bringing you closer to your vision. Celebrating these small wins can be incredibly empowering, as they remind you of the progress you're making, even if it isn't obvious to others. This focus on personal milestones helps you stay motivated, knowing that each step is a building block for the life you're creating. The journey becomes less about reaching a specific endpoint and more about embracing and appreciating the growth happening at every stage. Focusing on your path also means being mindful of the distractions that can pull you off course. These distractions can take many forms: social media, the fear of missing out, or the desire to please others. In today's world, it's easy to get swept up in trends or feel the pressure to live up to a certain image. But your path isn't about following trends or seeking validation. It's about aligning with what truly fulfills you. Learning to filter out distractions and focus on what brings you closer to your goals is an invaluable skill. This might mean setting boundaries, limiting your exposure to negative influences, or simply reminding yourself daily of what you're working toward. In staying committed to your path, you'll likely face setbacks and challenges. But remember, these are natural parts of the journey. Every successful person you admire has faced failures, moments of doubt, and obstacles along the way. What sets them apart is their commitment to keep going, to keep learning, and to keep growing despite the difficulties. When you stay focused on your path, you come to see these challenges not as deterrents, but as opportunities to strengthen your resolve and build resilience. Setbacks become a part of your story, a story that shows your dedication and willingness to pursue your dreams, no matter what. The journey to fulfilling your potential is not always easy, and sometimes it can feel lonely. When others don't understand your vision or question your choices, it's tempting to second-guess yourself. But trusting in your path means valuing your inner voice over external opinions. You know your strengths, your dreams, and the reasons behind your choices better than anyone else. By staying true to that inner voice, you empower yourself to continue even when others can't see what you're working toward. Remember, greatness is often misunderstood in its early stages, and it's the people who believe in themselves who ultimately make a difference.